Who are you? I never exactly.
Happy Saturday to everybody. Oh, thank you. So today I went on the Armand Wiggins show to talk about the whole T.S. Madison Giovanni situation. Which, to be quite honest, I really wasn't going on to talk about anything. See, it's y'all fault. I just saw like people were like tweeting me and DMing was like, are you listening to the Armand show? Because to be quite honest, I've never watched anything that Armand has done. Like in his earlier days when he was on, I think, Facebook, I used to watch him and he was black and gay and funny. So I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of cool. But I was never like really an avid fan of his. So I didn't know like what he does or like how his show goes or whatever. We've exchanged pleasantries in the past and whatnot. And then last year when Madison had went on Nicki Minaj's show, and at the time, Armand and Madison were not friends. Armand had tweeted some transphobic things, and I tweeted that I just didn't believe someone who was a gay influencer with an audience should be using their platforms to say transphobic comments. You know, read Madison, you know, call her whatever the fuck you want to call her, fat, ugly, late, tired, whatever. But you shouldn't be calling her a man because you are a gay person. And to me, it's just weird for another gay person to be calling someone else, to be calling a trans person out of the name that they want to be called, which was it. But I don't know, like, the whole situation was weird. I felt like maybe he already had some type of idea. I'm watching my mouth. I don't know where I ever DM'd him wanting to work with him. I don't remember that. And I just went through my DMs now to kind of look. Maybe that page is gone, so like I couldn't find it. But I don't ever recall requesting to work with him. I do recall me saying that, like, giving him pleasantries about his work and, you know, saying that he looked good and his content looked good, but nothing ever requesting to work with him. I don't remember, but maybe I did. Maybe he can jog my memory. I don't know. But let's talk about Madison and Gio and the whole Oliver Twist inclusion in this. Record it! Send it to whoever the fuck you want to send it to, because this is my first and last time talking about it. I think, hopefully. Madison and Gio predates Oliver Twist. Those issues, those feelings, those sentiments, whatever the fuck was going on between those two predates Oliver Twist. When I first came into the fold, I sat back. I'm a person that always sits back and watch because that's just who the fuck I am. I just sit back and watch. I sit back and watch and I take note because that's just that's just who I am. And so I remember when I first came in, I would like see little things. I'm a people person. I pick up on things. I see little things. I just be like, okay. So there was like at certain times I would be watching interactions and stuff like that, and I asked Madison. Madison will tell you if you ask her, if you're ever in a space to ask her. I'm like, Madison, what's up with you and Gio? Like, is there something going on? Like, and you know, her response was whatever her response was. Point is, all those things predate Oliver Twist. Anyone that is a part of the T.S. Madison Brigade, Gio, Craig, Madison, Chi-Chi, Miss Mary will always say that I am probably more of the vocal one that tries to squash everything. I'm always trying to get people to talk. I'm always trying to get people to hash things out because I just don't think it's that damn serious. You're an adult that has a mouth, that has a brain. If you have an issue, voice your issue. Issues are going to arise. Nothing in this world is perfect. The only thing you have to do is just open your mouth and say, hey, girl, this happened. What can we do about it? As I have done in the past. In this case with Madison, there has been times where I've had my feelings about something that has happened. And I'll be like, hey, Maddie, hey, this is what happened. Such and such. How can we resolve it? It's never no fighting match, never no screaming match, never no shady match. Nothing like that. So all this narrative about Oliver Twist is the one that's being the one carrying the boat. Listen, to be quite honest, I don't give a fuck. I never did give a fuck. I will say this again. I do not give a fuck and never gave a fuck about what these, no shade to anybody, what these 40-year-old plus people had going on. I didn't. It didn't involve me. I mean, I would sit there and listen if people wanted to, you know, vent, and maybe that was my fault. Maybe I should have told them, get the fuck out of my face, because I really want to hear this bullshit. But me trying to be nice and kind, just letting people just get whatever the fuck they need to get off their chest, whatever, but I never cared. There's no need for me to carry a bone. I had no dog in the fight. I didn't give a fuck. One thing the girls do have right about Oliver Twist, I am slightly selfish. If it don't involve me, I don't give a fuck. I'll empathize with you. I'll sympathize with you if you're my friend. And I mean, and if there's something I can do to help, I'll help. But when it all boils down, I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. I don't take a lot of stuff serious. I just don't. Which is why I came on his show today, like, you know, very, you know, upbeat, because that's just naturally who I am. But I didn't think And it's so frustrating to me, and I never felt the need to ever come to the internet and talk about this shit because, for one, I don't give a fuck. It does not involve me. And I just always thought, one, we're all friends, family, whatever the dynamic is between us, we all have spent a lot of time together. So I never found it. I never understood why people was going to the internet saying things, why people were going to the internet having to spill things. The bitch is in the room right there. Go talk to her. Get your ass up and go talk to her. Ain't no need to come to the internet. There's no need. There's no need to involve the internet. Why? There's no need. Why? I don't know. I guess I'm really trying to control my tongue because I don't want to mistakenly read anybody. I didn't come to the internet for attention. I came to the internet to share my work and, like I said, see what Nicki Minaj and Azealia Banks is doing. So when I come to the internet, I don't look for fights. I don't look for conflict. I don't look for drama. Because once again, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I never did give a fuck. And I'm not understanding why people almost twice my age haven't gotten that idea in their brain. I told Madison a couple of months ago, at the point at which we not fighting, I don't give a fuck, girl. I don't care. Yeah, okay, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? This shit is dumb ass shit. Bitch, I never inserted myself, and the only times I did insert myself was for everybody just to get together and just squash whatever the fuck they had going on. Anytime Gio told me something, Gio, go talk to the fucking lady. Or get your shit and go. If you don't like something, let me tell you, if I don't like something, I'm either going to talk about it, or if I don't see nothing changing, I'm getting my shit and I'm going to where the fuck I pay bills at. Because, again, Oliver does what? Not give a fuck. That shit ain't important to me. Bitch, I don't need clout. And if I was looking for clout, the way people think I was trying, whatever, looking for clout, it wouldn't be through this way. Trust me. It would not be through this way. If I was looking for clout. I don't want this type of clout. To be quite honest, I remember when I first started working with Funky Dineva, I told him, I said, Black YouTube is so fucking disgusting. Like, it's always negative bullshit, and everybody is still underneath 100,000 views per video besides Tasha K. She the only one who done came in and flipped the shit 3 times. Bitch, why? This shit is stupid. It's stupid. This shit is stupid. It's fucking stupid. Why? Where was I? I didn't got off. Is there anything else I need to address? So one, this whole narrative about Oliver Twist being the person that's telling Madison's business. Let me tell you something. I love that lady with all my heart. I tell her this all the time, and most importantly, she has said that I have shown her that I love her and I do appreciate her. Anything that I have ever needed to say to Madison, I've said to her. Because what's the worst thing she's gonna do? Fire me? Okay, well, I said it. She fired me. Okay. It's faggot shit. And I hate to use that word, but it is what it is. It's faggot shit that I just don't understand. If you don't like something, take your ass home. If you can't speak, take your ass home. What the fuck my young ass got to do with what these What I got to do with it? Nothing, right? So ain't no need for me to involve myself. There was never no need for me to involve myself. Because again, what? I never gave a fuck. I care about Madison. I love Madison deeply. I love that lady with all my fucking heart. And at some point, I did slightly, I ain't gonna say slightly, me and Gio was cool. Me and that man ain't never sat up and talked about Madison or dragged her like a dog. Now I've heard him say crazy shit about the lady, but I ain't gonna get into none of that because once again, I don't give a fuck. It's not. It's. I feel like I'm rambling now. Wait, somebody put something down here. Skin routine, sucking dick. Suck a dick and save your life. Suck a dick and save your life. But what I will say is that today was definitely a wake-up call for me. It was definitely a wake-up call for me in a whole lot of different things on what Oliver Twist needs to do for Oliver Twist, because a lot of times I do feel like people know that I have a very good heart. People know that I have very great intentions, and sometimes to fit the action into their narrative, they construe those things to make it seem like I'm doing shit. When it's like, bitch, if I wanted to do you in, bitch, I'll just, if I really wanted to do you in, if I really was doing something crazy, if I really was doing all these things. Because once again, I just never gave a fuck. Exactly. Why are we months still talking about this? Yes, Gio should have never got his ass on the internet and said that, because I am of the doctrine that if me and a friend or me and a colleague or me and somebody got an issue, and if the issue did not occur on the internet, for example, Madison and Kaya's issue occurred live on the internet. So even though it was fucked up, yes, it was appropriate for them to talk about it because the action happened on the internet. Anything that did not happen on the internet and you called yourself my friend, somebody who was on my team, somebody that takes money from me, somebody that works for me, works with me, whatever space. And this not me specifically talking about Madison and Gio. This is just anything. If me and you friends, and then we fall out, and then the next thing I know, you on the internet telling my business, bitch, you was never my friend. You were never for me. You just never were. And yes, that's how I feel about the whole Gio situation. Like, Gio, you should never brought your ass to the internet saying all these different things. It didn't happen on the internet. You already know with you saying something, what kind of weight that holds, whether it's true or false. And a lot of things, I ain't even get into that because then I'm going to keep getting into it. The shit should have never been brought to the internet. Yes, Gio was the one, in my personal opinion, and when I called Gio, because bitch, I ain't finna keep doing this. See, look, it's fucked up. I ain't finna keep doing this. I ain't finna be sitting here watching and reading. What's going on? Is there anything that you need to say to me? Is there something that's going on? Well, I didn't like X, Y, and Z. What can we do to resolve it, if at all? Okay, all right. Move on with my day. It's more important shit out here to get. That's why Ho's still on. You know, a lot of black creatives in our community that I've heard other black creatives talk bad about. I'm gonna send it to them as soon as I get off. I see why they move the way they move. I see why people like Kingsley moved the way he moved, and people was like, oh, he ain't black. I see why people like Todrick move the way they move. Even though, you know, Miss Todrick, she got her own things. We ain't here for all that. I see why they do the shit that I see why. Ain't no progression in this shit. Ain't no progression. The same hoes that y'all have seen on the internet foaming out the mouth for years are what? Still on the internet foaming out of the mouth. It wasn't until fucking Aniva pulled his shit together that people started fucking with him. And Let me rephrase that so it don't get taken out of context. It wasn't until he kind of cleaned it up a little bit, it wasn't so salacious, that people higher than him started inviting him to their platforms, and his career started elevating, and it's still elevating to this day because he said, I ain't finna be doing that black. In this context, I'm gonna call it black YouTube dumb shit that y'all do. Why? Ain't no need for it. I forgot where I was. I done got on the tangent again. Again, I did not agree with Gio, and I vocalized this to Gio that I did not agree, nor did I find it necessary that he should have brought his issues with Madison to the internet. I am not here. Do not confuse that with me saying his issues are invalid. Even though I may have my own personal reasons and experiences, I'm not going to tell someone that their reasons for how they feel are invalid. However, the real people in this world that really get to the money and that are really concerned about their personal development, careers, and growth know that there is a way to do things. There's a good way to do it. There's a bad way to do it. And Oliver Twist. And you know what? The thing is, I don't think people really know my upbringing and shit like that. Bitch, I had a black family who loved me and who told me I was beautiful every day. So, bitch, I ain't never had to feel like I had to go somewhere out in the world and find attention. Again, I tell y'all all the time, bitch, I come to the internet to post whatever the fuck I got going on, and to see what Azealia Banks crazy ass is doing, and to see what Nicki Minaj crazy ass is doing. That's true tea. The first things I do when I wake up is check my email, and then I do a Google search on Nicki Minaj and do a Google search on Azealia Banks. I've been doing the same shit since 2009. It's scary to actually admit that, but it's the truth. I do it every morning when I wake up. I just see what the fuck. I just want to see what they doing. I forgot what I was saying. Y'all write something, cause y'all just watching. Y'all post some shit down in things so I can stay focused before I get off this bitch. Again, I will say, I did not agree with how Gio has ever handled this situation. I am of the sound belief and mind that any issue he had with Madison, he should have talked to her or not talked to her, whatever the fuck it was, but it should not have been brought to the internet for a bunch of reasons. One, it didn't happen on the internet. There's no need for it to happen on the internet. Two, you've worked with this woman for all these years. You know what would happen if you come out and say something against this woman, whether you're caught up in the moment, whether you're being dramatic, you already know what's going to happen. You already know how people feel about her in this world. You already know people going to take that and construe it into their own stories. You already know that. You already know this. So, to me, what you knowing is because you've been there when other people have done it. You've been there when other people are part of her team or who was her friend went on the internet and started doing that. You know, for one, how that hurt her. You know how that affected her. You know how that affects the public opinion about her. But for whatever reason in his brain, he felt justified in doing it. Okay, whatever. I ain't God, so I'm not here to say that he was wrong or right. I'm just telling you how I felt about it. I just don't know how I'm fake when I'm always the one behind the scenes trying to get grown people to calm down and talk or not act up. But maybe that was the mistake I made. That really was. Bitch, ain't shit fake about me. My mom used to whip my ass when I was a child for lying. Bitch, I'm scared to tell a lie today. My boyfriend will tell you, bitch, he can always tell when, well, bitch, I think I only said one lie, and he saw right through it, because, bitch, I don't know how to lie well. I don't lie well. Ain't shit about me fake. Just because I'm not like the rest of you messy ass, dirty ass faggots that come to the internet with all this ghetto, nasty ass, banshee bullshit. Yes, you right, bitch. Yes, I did go to Morehouse. Oprah paid for me to go to Morehouse. Yes, she did. And I did graduate at the top of my department with my degree in music with a concentration in the voice and conducting. Yes, I did graduate at the top of my class in high school. Yes, I did graduate at the top of my class in elementary school. Yes, my mother is a police officer and has been a police officer for over 20 years. Yes, my grandparents did work at the hospital. Yes, I was the captain of my math team. Yes, every year that I got 5s and 4s in FCAT down in Florida. Yes, President Bush sent me a handwritten signed letter every time that I did. Yes, I did travel to Uganda. Yes, I did. Yes, I am all those things. So maybe because I've been places, I ain't gonna say that. Maybe because I just know how to act and I know what really is important in this world. Maybe that does make me think, and maybe that's just something I just gotta live with for the rest of my life. That I'm doing this. Maybe. Bitch, I don't know. Before I go, all I gotta say is the people that's underneath the sound of my voice. Funky Dineva has always told me this. He has always told me this. He's always said, Oliver, do you want a fast quarter or a slow dollar? What's that? Ice cream? Ooh, who that for? Oh, I just sounded so black just then.
You got excited?
Huh?
You got excited?
I did get excited for the ice cream, yes. Yeah, he loved me. Do you want a fast quarter or a slow dollar? Ain't no need for me to pump out hate in this world. It's enough hate going on. Ain't no need for me to engage in things, because for one, the shit don't interest me. The shit don't interest me. But for me, it's all about you always get what you give. I am a firm, strong believer of you always get. You always get what you give. If you always in this world talking about people, exposing people, bashing people, being nasty and negative, you wonder why the same bitches you see foaming out the mouth on the internet is still in the same zip code, foaming out of the mouth. You wonder why they always going through something. You wonder why it always look like, well, goddamn, right, because of the shit they give. Bitch, I ain't never gone viral. I don't got hundreds. Well, I got a couple thousand. But compared to the other people, I don't got a bunch of followers. I'm calling me. No, I'm live now, murder. Don't you interrupt me. Sephora called the nerd and said, sell our lip gloss. Sephora. I don't have thousands and millions of views on YouTube, but Sephora called the nerd and said, sell our lip gloss. Sephora. So you know what? I'm going to continue to be fake in my own little world and do the things that I feel like doing when I feel like doing it. It's sad, but it is what it is, to be quite honest. How should I close this? Should I close it out with a hymn?
Stay true to who you are.
Stay true. Tell the people, yes. Everybody, yes. Everybody underneath.
Regardless of anybody's opinion.
Out of my voice. Stay true to who you are. Remain true to who you are. You don't gotta prove shit to no fucking body. You don't.
Who are you? I know exactly who I am. The question is, who are you?